don't treat it like a $20 business. Take it very, very serious. Now, for this $20, there's a range of products that you can use. It's like a gym membership. You know, you pay to the gym to use the running machine, the rowing machine, the weightlifting machine, the steam room, the sauna. That's what you pay the membership. Here, you pay $20 to own an international fintech business, and you can use their products, which is great. My favorite is the EXI bot. Why? Well, it's everybody's favorite. There's $56 million in it already before launch, and they've 7 of these bots, guys. This is just one of them. This one's been operating since 2023. It's done over 500%. I've looked at the records. The worst month was 9%. The best month was 23. And I know there are people there that could. I mean, I know personal traders myself. They could make you 15% in a day. These guys are doing 10 to 16% a month. But I know traders could do it in a day, but they could lose 20% the next day. So because we're using what's called institutional grade trading, there's a different risk management profile. There's a whole different regulation around institutional grade trading as to what I would call the Wild West of trading, somebody sitting at home thinking they're an expert. And because of the AI element. If you go to ChatGPT and ask it, what percentage of banking and financial institutions use AI for trading, you'll be shocked. 80% of them are using AI right now. And that's what these guys use too. Although they have live traders overseeing the AI, this bot has given them a valuation of $100 million. At launch, this was valued at $100 million. The technology, the data fees they were subscribing to, the programming and the automation of this one bot here. This is the first bot they had. It gave this an initial valuation of $100 million. Like a company would pay that to have this, like a bank, like a BlackRock would pay that easily to own a technology that can produce these kind of results. But they've turned around and opened it retail to allow us to enjoy what the banks have been enjoying for years. The banks give us 1 or 2%, and they lend our money out 10 times to somebody else, and they don't give us any benefit, and that's what they're doing with your money. They're trading it, they're lending it out. They're, here you now are on the right side of finance with Aurum. That's how I feel about it. Now, on average, the bot's doing about 17.5% a month. You're not going to get that, by the way. What you get will be determined by the deposit you put into your own account. So think of this as a bank account. You make a deposit over there. If you ask it to trade, let's say you only put in $110 or $146 or $208, you can see that'll all fall inside that first category. So there's no packages. You just put in what you like. If you're in that first category, you get about 10% a month. If you can do more than that, like $400, $700, $906.12, that's going to fall into the standard category. Those customers will get about 11%. For those of you who can do over 1,000 and less than 2.5, you get 12, etc., etc. So you can see that the higher the deposit, the better the reward that you get on your own account. What's important to me is the company making money at the same time? We need a company that's strong, that's stable, that's going to be around. So is the company making money whilst you're making the money? The answer is yes. If the fund is doing 17.5% and you're getting 10, you can clearly see that the company's making 7% on all of those accounts. And the majority of people will start at $100 or at that small level. I would suggest the majority of customers will start at $100 to 4,999. I would imagine that's where the bulk of the customers will come from. And in that case, you can see the company's always making great money. Those that are getting 11, the company makes 6. Those that are getting 12%, the company make 5% a month on those accounts. So it's a very, very clever system. The withdrawals are great as well. You can take out your profits any day you want, every day. In fact, they pay out every day. Your principal, you only can take out on 3 days of the month with this bot. You can take it out on the 1st, the 10th, and the 20th of every single month. So yesterday, you would be able to withdraw your principal. Today, you can't. You have to wait now to 8 more days until the 10th, and you could withdraw that day, or you could draw the 20th. So 3 days of every month, you can take out your principal, but every single day, you can take out your profits. And I like that. The fees are very low. It's 1% plus $1 if you're withdrawing USDT to the BNB network. If you want to take it to the TRC network, it's going to be 1% again, but the fee over there with Tron is $3.50. So you decide you want to pay $3.50 or $1, and then you decide where you withdraw to. You can also top up onto the card. So you can stop the bot trading, hit top up, and pop your money up onto the card. And now you can go spend your crypto anywhere where Visa and MasterCard are shown. Now, I'm not giving you any financial advice here. I'm just telling you how it works. I'm just educating you how it works. On this product, there's an early withdrawal fee. It's a bit like if you run your pension or your 401k and you take that pension early, you're not going to get what you would have got had you let it run its term. These guys on this account are hoping you'd keep it in there for a year. If you don't, that's fine. You can still take it out, but there's a small penalty. And after, I think, about 10 weeks, that penalty is negligible. You still get all your money after about 10 weeks because it's profited enough to allow you to take your principal. But anyway, we'll cover more on that in training, or if you get back to the person that shared this with you, they can get into the nitty gritty of this particular bot. Now, they have 6 more of these, and they don't have those conditions there. You can withdraw anytime you want. But I just wanted to be as clear as I could in the brief time that I have with you to explain this. I'm going to show you an example of a customer account. This is a small account. Was started, you can see on the left-hand side, the 17th of April. And if you cast your eyes to the bottom right-hand corner where the mouse is, can you see that, the blue arrow? We're now looking at the 17th of September this year. This now tells us we're trading for 5 months on this account. 17 April, 17 September, 5 months. The $500 deposit is no longer 500, nor is it 600, nor is it 700, nor is it 800. At this point, there was $882 in the account. So effectively it had made 382 of profit because the customer had put a 500 deposit. The question you would have is, well, is that good? Is 882 good on 500 in 5 months? And for some people, they think it's not great. I had a friend come in here and I showed him this and he said, well, that's terrible. I said, what's terrible about it? He said, well, you made $382 in 5 months. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, you could live on that. I went, well, can you live in 500? So I did the math for him. I says, this is exceptionally good, because if you remember from school, you take the principal amount, you take the profit, 382, and you set it on top of the 500 deposit. You divide the bottom number into the top number, and that works out the percentage. This account made 76% in 5 months. A small account like $500, and you can start with $100, but this account made 76%. Imagine you bought a piece of real estate wherever it is you live. Let's say it was $100,000 to keep the math easy. You bought a property for $100,000 on the 17th of April this year, and you sold that property on the 17th of September, 5 months later, for $176,400. Is that good business? There comes the thumbs up. Of course it is. So it's all relative. I'll show you a bigger account, which is probably a little bit more impressive. But here we go. This account here, ending in account number 1972, was commenced on the 10th of April. You can see that there. Started on the 10th of April. And this deposit was done for $10,000. And if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, we're now looking at the 16th of May. So we screen grabbed the account on the 16th of May. Now that tells us we're operating for 5 weeks. Okay, 5 weeks. From the 10th of April to the 16th of May is 1 day short of 5 weeks. The account is not $10,000 anymore. It's now sitting at $12,360. The account actually performed at 23% in 5 months. Sorry, 5 weeks. The last account was 5 months. This one was 5 weeks. After 10 weeks, we logged in and took another screen grab. On the 24th of June at 1:38, I don't know, is that in the morning or in the afternoon? Probably that was after midnight. That's probably 1:38 at night. On the 24th of June, this account ending in 1972, same account, started the same day, is not sitting at 12,000 anymore. It's up now at $15,000, 15,500. It made another, what, $3,000 in another 5 weeks. So it made 2,300 in the first 5 weeks, and it made 3,200 in the next 5 weeks. That is the power of compounding. And then after 3 months, the account jumped up to $17,500. And after 4 months, the account doubled. Now, please don't be going saying, oh, I saw this guy who had a $10,000 account. He doubled his money, or he made 20,000 in 4 months. This customer did not make 20,000 in 4 months. This customer put in 10,000. He only made 10,000 in 4 months. Okay, so get your language right. I heard somebody saying that, oh, there's this guy, he made 20,000 in 4 months. No, he made 10,000. You actually made 10,392 in 4 months. So because there was a deposit put in here of 10,000. There is a button here you can turn on at your own discretion. When you open your account, it will not be on. You probably won't even know how to find it, and the company won't turn it on for you either. It's your prerogative, it's your business, it's your account. It's up to you to decide whether you'd like to do this or not. Now, when the button is in the off position, the profits hit your account every day to withdraw. Okay, but if you engage this button, in other words, slide the little white button over to the right-hand side, what that tells the system to do is to not withdraw from Binance. Let your money, your profit today, stay on Binance with the principal you put in there. And then tomorrow, both of those are trading the principal amount in addition to the profit it made today. So you're actually getting the compound effect of two pieces of money working, the initial deposit and the profit of the little piece of profit. So they work together to make you more. And that's the effect of compounding. It's the eighth wonder of the world, as Einstein put it. Go and Google the eighth wonder of the world. Go and find out what that is. Go and Google or YouTube. Find a video and ask the video, find me a video that explains to me the power of daily compounding. Go and find that video, or go to ChatGPT and say to ChatGPT, if I put $1,000 and compounded it at 0.5% a day for 30 days, what would it be? Or do this one. If I had $10,000 and I compounded it, let's call it 0.5% a day, 15% a month. If I compounded it 15% a month daily, 0.5% a day daily for 4 months, what would the answer be? There's an interesting one. I haven't done that myself, but I know that this is not just Aurum. This is a phenomenon that's been here since the beginning of time. This is what the banks use that we don't get using, and this is our opportunity to enjoy that. So I can show you here on the 10th of November, the same account, look at it, ending in 1972 on the 10th of April, had grown to $33,000. So if we go back here, in 4 months, the account doubled, and in 7 months, it doubled again. It did 3.3x, which is really good. And I was able to have a look at this account yesterday, I believe, and I think it was 37,000. And it'll be 8 months old on the 10th of December. So on the 10th of December, we'll get an update on this. We'll have the 10th and the 12th here. We'll be able to have a look at that. And it'll be 8 months trading. You'll see, I would say it'll go to 40,000. 10,000 will be 40,000 in 8 months. So that's 30,000 of profit without knowing how to trade, without pressing any buttons, without attending Zooms like this, without finding customers. This is your money working for you versus you having to go out there and fight and work for your money. Okay, so that's a little overview on one of the products. This is my favorite. I apologize for taking that much time on it, but I like to be clear. I like to tell the truth. I like detail. And if you have a customer listening to this, you know, they need to see it as it is, you know. So anyway, that's the first product. It's called the Aurum Ex-AI Bot. There are 6 more of these, and they all have different apparatus, different functions, different rules, and